Oh, yes. As long as she's late too, we can have advice blame on me. It's actually so. Yeah.
Sentries pass! All sentry left! Turn! To your post and charge!
It's all booked, but it's quite time critical. We need to be at the boat at 4:45 because if we miss it, it's going to go without us, and we need really to be there, by at the latest 4:30. I will see you all again as a courier in 2 days' time when we'll be down at Stonehenge. Again, it's not my local area at all. In fact, I know less about Stonehenge than I know.
Where's Mary?
Well, she wouldn't have stayed in the room.
I'm feeling a little bad.
Yes.
Emergency, the captain will give you full instructions. For your own safety, and in particular for any young children on board, please remain seated as much as possible.
So welcome aboard your London Eye River Cruise experience today, ladies and gentlemen. Behind me in the wheelhouse, you've got Captain Dan and Chief Engineer Alan. You've also got my colleague Ed on board. If you require any assistance, please see him throughout the journey. He can give you audio guides in Spanish, French, Italian, Russian, German, Mandarin, Japanese and Dutch. Coats of arms. Now each one of those coats of arms represents a different aristocratic family in England and in Wales. Lower down we've then got the Lord's Prayer in Latin stretching around the building, which is meant to act as a barrier or a ward, and it's meant to keep out evil and malicious spirits. So it's not actually... Now you're coming back in a much happier place. But some of the people that would have come down those steps after being Trevor Trees include Guy Fawkes, Anne Boleyn, Thomas More, Thomas Cromwell, Sir William Wallace, all on the way to the Tower of London for a very nasty ending. Right, got a challenge for everyone. Please put up your hands for me if you can see Big Ben. Good. If you can see it, can you point to it? Everyone is pointing. Popular with his workmates, he actually caused quite a lot of problems. And he was also quite a large man. He very much enjoyed his approach to King Charles the First was beheaded, and the wine cellars under the ground, 500 wine cellars. You see the ghost to the left. The white building with the green roof is the Savoy Hotel. Very Royal National. Oh, if Peter's not your cup of tea, I'll to the right. If you compare the television, you're about to go past the out. Well, if you think it says OXO, you're wrong. That's because you're floating on royal waters today, and therefore to advertise your company name on the River Thames without permission is in fact illegal. Oxo were taken to court for building that tower, and what they said to the judge was, we're not advertising our company name. All we have done is order windows in a random series of geometric shapes, and we just so happened to get 2 circles and a cross. And the judge said, oh, alright, they got away with it. You believe it? Crazy. Now about to go to meet Blackfriars Bridge. So designed by the architect Sir Christopher Wren and replaced the last St Paul's which burnt down during the Great Fire of London. Many famous events have taken place in there over the years, including the marriage of Elizabeth Margaret Thatcher. St Paul's was so important to Winston Churchill during the Second World War that he used to get on the phone from the cabinet war rooms to make sure it had not been bombed during the Blitz. Every time that there was an air raid. And that is because he was so concerned that if that building was destroyed, the morale of the people of Britain crushed. Brilliant building that you should visit. You can go to the Putin Gallery at the top and you can walk around. It's the wheeling out there in the City Museum of the City. On the right you've got the white building with the thatched roof, that is the here. It burnt down, the original, in 1613 when they decided during a performance of Henry VIII it would be an absolutely fantabby-dozy idea to fire a live cannon on stage. In a building that was made out of wood, what could go wrong, eh? Luckily nobody was killed. A second Globe Theatre was built. But right down to your right, because there be a pirate ship. That is a reconstruction of Francis Drake's Golden Hind. And in 1577, Francis Drake set sail on the Golden Hind, at that point called the Pelican, on a 3-year journey. When he came back, he was £25 million in today's money richer, having plundered on it would reflect the sun's rays back into the street at such a high temperature, it melted a boy's brand new Jaguar. It's not happening. You've also got the cheese grater next to it, and you've got the Geffen. Now the cheese grater, people ask why it's shaped like a cheese grater. Why is it like cut down the middle like a triangle? You can see it better from the sides. Basically, it's because there are still very strict rules about St Paul's Cathedral. You need to be able to see the dome of St Paul's Cathedral from certain areas of London, and that's why that building is shaped like that, so that St Paul's can still be seen from across here in the west. Now on your right hand side you have got the largest lightweight cruiser to take part in the Second World War. She weighs 11,500 tons. She took part in the D-Day landings, the Battle of North Cape, the Russian convoys. She helped to sink one of Hitler's favourite warships, the Scharnhorst. She then went to fight the Korean War before almost being scrapped in the 1970s. Luckily though, she was saved by the Imperial War Museum, and she serves as a floating museum today. Absolutely incredible day, I guess, but not recommend it enough. She was also built on the same docks, the Holland and Wolf docks, the same docks that the ill-fated RMS Titanic was built in. Yeah, because it went so well the first time around, didn't it? Over on the right, you've got that round glass building, which is often described as looking like a beehive or an onion, or my favourite, Darth Vader's helmet. And that is City Hall. That is where our Mayor, Sadiq Khan, does what he does. And coming up, we have Tower Bridge, not London Bridge. If you think it's London Bridge, you're wrong. You've already been through London Bridge. This is Tower Bridge. Now, there is a famous sailor's legend about this bridge, and the legend doth state that as one sails under it, if one can get somebody to wave to them from the bridge, they will receive in abundance 5 years good luck. So I would start waving and cheering. They've never waved and cheered before. Get that luck? That was absolutely tragic. You're probably, quite frankly, your Instagram moment of the day, isn't it? Snapchat moment of the day. Twitter. Hashtag Tower Bridge. Hashtag not London Bridge. Hashtag Mark is the best tour guide in the whole world. Now, Tower Bridge is about 120 years old, built during the reign of Queen Victoria. Originally painted chocolate brown, as that was her favourite colour. She's a vascular bridge, which means that she splits in the centre and she will rise up to allow tall ships to sail through the middle. Now, in 1952, a double-decker bus was crossing the bridge when it split and started to rise. The driver hadn't heard the warning signals, or they hadn't gone off. We're not entirely clear what happened, but either way, his bus was going across. Now, he had to make a very quick decision. Basically, he slammed his foot on the accelerator, He raced up one section of the opening bridge and he made the jump from one side to the other, landing the bus safely on the other side and saving the lives of all those on board. He got a medal for this, a £10 raise in his wages and a slap from his wife for stupidity. Over the course of the palace and the prison. But only 7 people were actually executed. Private execution in the Tower. 2 of them were wives of Henry VIII, Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard. And if anyone can tell me the name of the 3rd Queen as you leave the boat today, I will give you a prize. Yeah. The prize is called a high five. Here's a clue. Not Mary Queen of Scots. Everybody thinks it was. One of her women, Margaret Pole, the Countess of Salisbury, had a very nasty execution in the Tower. Little old lady. She found out on that morning that she was going to die. She was taken to the block. Her executioner was quite young. He had to force her head down on the block. He swung. He missed. He hit her shoulder. She screamed. She jumped up. She went for a run. He chased after her. And he swung his axe again. And again. The questions go by the Romans. Victorian markets obviously today they have a swing horizon, and then number 1 had swing archways and one cross piers on the River Thames. If you watched Doctor Who, last week's episode was all about the last great frost bear where they had an elephant walking across the Thames. That did happen. It also had houses on it 6 or 7 stories high and a big church in the middle. But I digress. I was going to talk to you about that monument. Now the monument is open air, so you will get wet if it rains, so will the actors. And for £5 you can stand in the courtyard like the peasants would have done in the olden days to watch the show, which is amazing. Watching a play in there, Shakespeare plays, as close as you will get to see what would have been performed by King Shakespeare himself as Randall. This is the only railway station that you can use on both sides of the river in London. Shall I reveal the mystery of the Red Thorns? Harry Potter fan, it's an invisible bridge, which the Hogwarts Express runs across to platform 9 3/4. So if you saw the Hogwarts Express today, well done! You are a wizard! Horses in the River Thames. We had a dolphin coming up recently. We had a whale swim up there a few years ago. Otters. Well, I thought it was the ladies' bridge because it goes on and on and on. His words, not mine. And over on the right, you're about to see Cleopatra's Needle, this beautiful Egyptian obelisk from ancient Egypt, given to us as a gift to commemorate our victory at the Sphinx. I'll let you into a secret. They are facing the wrong way. According to Egyptian mythology, they should face away from the needle so they can guard and protect it. Well, we did not know this, so we turned them inwards so they could see each other and have a lovely little chat. The reason it's called Cleopatra's Needle is a special cylinder barge was built to bring you here to port. It used to be a base of operations for MI6 during the First World War, then offices for the Lib Dem Party, and it is now the Royal of London. However, we number them up to 33. We skip number 13 in case anybody's feeling superstitious. You can do a number of different things upon the eye. You can do champagne tasting, chocolate tasting, wine tasting, birthday parties, dining experiences. You can even get yourself married on the London Eye. Oh yes, we do weddings. That's right. You see your vows on the way up, you see I do at the top, and then it's all downhill from there.
Please be aware that the London Eye may stop briefly during your ride to allow wheelchair users and other guests to board.
To let you know which building. It's quite difficult, there's so many pictures from here to here. But yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. Into 4 years, okay? It was supposed to be only a temporary attraction for the capital. But because it got so popular with the tourists, also became a landmark of the city, they decided to stay here for a long. Some people call it a port, but normally it's the right term. Everything was assembled there. It took about 6 months to do to come together this project, and 6 years to come up with an idea and to make sure everything works perfectly here. Just to give you an idea. Let me know.
Yeah,
let me
shall.
know. Let me know. Let me know.
I might be able to point out some of the major ones, but
The roof, World War II there. It didn't go off, so you survived that bomb there. If you do have the chance, you have to go and see St. Paul's Cathedral. Or of course you can. It has a statue at the top, a cross, golden one as well. It's 356 feet high, and each brand did it that way as well. Let's talk about a little bit of the bridges that you see. It was constructed, the footpath here, for the Golden Jubilee of the Queen. It was done at that time, Golden Jubilee Bridge here in this bridge. It goes to Charing Cross, that's the Charing Cross station, that's the train station here. That's that famous station here. And then the second bridge is Waterloo Bridge. Waterloo Bridge is the longest bridge in London.
the building just at the end of Waterloo Bridge is the National Theatre, which you saw from the boat.
Oh, you've been on the boat?
We've been on the boat trip first, yeah.
Wait
And
to see.
the one we pointed out, but you couldn't really see it, it's got a big courtyard just to the right of Waterloo Bridge on the north side. There. We saw it from a different angle because the river curls round. It was on the left bank when we went past it, but that's the post off. What I'd still call the post.
St. James Park. St. James Park, the lake St. James
On the creek grand lake.
All across the floor, yeah, right.
This is the one that's been used. And then the cheese. Where we're going to eat tonight is in Whitehall. If you look down here, you can see the big square is a big treasury. Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, most of it, yeah. The Irish Guards were there, and they were horse and everything, you know.
Are you still staying there?
Sorry. The Parliament on the left, with the Elizabeth Tower and Big Ben, as you've heard in there, and you can obviously see Westminster Abbey. It used to be, and so they were moved into I think it's that's just
User, please allow other guests to disembark first and our team will assist you. Please stand clear of the doors as they open.
No worries. Just mind the step here when you're coming out. Yes.
Sorry about this girl.
haven't known you very long, but I can tell that you're all about the healthy things.
You're sitting in a good seat there, Charlie.
You've done a very good section, man. You made it feel good. I don't usually go anywhere with that. Display on the
Coming out and sitting in a comfortable chair. That's the only reason I've come down. And also, I've been watching you. You're nearly as bad as Lisa. Oh, you're a bad man.
Oh,